All right, let's do this. Between the bad weather and the bad internet connection, I got running out of my outdoor studio today. So I'm gonna hang out in here and do my live feed from inside my living room. So let me know when you jump on. I would like to know who is here and who has come to see us today. I want to talk about a new week with a new theme. And yet we're on the same mission. We have the same purpose. Nothing has changed there. So let's talk about that. Let's jump in here. We'll spend a couple of minutes discussing the new theme for the week. But understanding that we're still on the same mission, we still have the same purpose. Okay, I see Brent and I see Leslie and I see Walter. Our international connection is making it. Yes, Walter has jumped in. Vicky's here. Let's see, who else do we have? Cynthia's on. A number of people joining us today. Joanna, congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. For those of you who do not know, Joanna supports the Dutch women's soccer team, and they won the European Championship yesterday. So, well, just whenever it was. I get confused about the time zones, but yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Looks like we've got a good crowd coming in today. I did get all that right, didn't I, Joanna? I want to make sure I got that properly because I don't speak time zones, and European women's soccer is not something I know very much about. So hopefully I said all of that correctly. But big congratulations. Good morning, Dan. Good to have you on. Good. Okay. All right. Good morning, Mark. Okay, we've got a really good crowd today. JR, I'm glad to see you. I was starting to wonder if you had fallen into a hole and we couldn't find you. So I love the meme that Herman made on my birthday with the time zone in the background and making fun of me like that. I thought that was pretty funny. Actually, I thought it was really good, and so that was been incredibly popular. So let's talk about today's theme. We have a new theme, we have a new week, and we have the same purpose and the same mission as we've always had. And even though I'm not outside my normal studio, which is a little wet and things are a little bit funky today, but I'm so glad that you all have joined me. So let's talk about this theme for the week. Last week, I had an amazing week last week. Really had amazing, made some incredible connections with people and things that you're going to benefit from in the very near future, things that are going to catapult business in lots of interesting places. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the connections that we made. I'm excited about I'm always excited when I meet people who are great resources to you, to me, to others. And so that's a great opportunity. So let's talk about the key factor here, though, is that I'm going to ratchet up my webinar programs. I'm going to ratchet up the webinar trainings that we do. I have put them on hold for a little while, partially because we had internet connection issues and partially because we had platform failures. And we had all kinds of weird stuff that was going on. And so kind of starting to work through all of that and get those details out of the way. So I'm sure that we're going to be able to make that happen now. And so not this Tuesday night, but next Tuesday night, I will do one of the three webinars that we're going to rotate, and I've given you the link for it right there. So if you will go in and connect with that, put your email address in there, I will send you information as to which webinar goes first. But there are three topics in that webinar, in that webinar series. The first one is on sales and marketing. And each time I do that, I will present something new. Okay, it's not going to be the same thing every time. I don't like recorded webinars that just run and play and you go in and you ask a question and nobody responds. I don't like that. I like very highly interactive webinars, and so that will be the first one. I'm going to do a Thursday evening webinar in conjunction with somebody else, and we haven't released the details on that yet. Hopefully we'll have that done today, and we'll be able to share with you what's going to happen on that webinar. But again, I'm kind of holding that in my back pocket for that. And then Tom and I are in discussion about doing a Saturday webinar, a whiteboard webinar, where we actually walk you through the process. You ask questions, we sketch those questions and answers out on a whiteboard, and we give you some high value coaching during that time. And so we'll be sharing the details with you about that very, very soon. All right. So those are the three things, because really my passion is to communicate with you things that are going to make a difference to you. The three topics that I cover in the webinar: sales and marketing, the Change Your World webinar. I believe that we should be in this world with a purpose, and that purpose is to change the world that we live in. All right? We should make it a better place than it was when we arrived. Wherever it is that we're at, we should make that a better place than it was when we arrived. So that's the reason why I do the Change Your World webinar. And we're going to alternate those. We'll do them. There's three. So we have the first one is sales and marketing. The second one is the Change Your World webinar. And the third one, just so I can remember it, the third one is discovering your purpose. And that discovering your purpose is really important. That's a very, very hot topic right now. People are really struggling with this. What's my reason for being here? As we've gotten away from being incredibly selfish, and now we're kind of looking at this thing and going, well, maybe I have a purpose. Well, part of it's to change your world. But then there's some other things that you can do as well. And so we'll talk about that. That's going to be in the Discovering Your Purpose webinar. So we'll alternate those. We'll also alternate the time that we do them on Tuesday, so that they arrive at different times. So if you wanted to hear the Change Your World webinar and it's on a Tuesday night, and you're not ever available on Tuesday nights, then maybe in 3 weeks it'll be available in the afternoon. And so we'll alternate those so that you can get the information that you're looking for. Because I think it's better for you to attend those webinars live than it is to watch the replay. There will be a replay available, but I think it's better to watch them live. It increases and enhances the experience that you have when you do it that way. Okay, does that sound like a good idea to everybody? Those three topics. Number one, sales and marketing, because that's my forte, that's my background, that's my experience. That's what I share with people. Number two, that's the Change Your World webinar, which I believe is tremendously valuable. I think that you have been put here, you have been uniquely gifted, talented, and placed for a purpose. And that's webinar number three. That's the purpose, discovering your purpose. But number two is about changing your world. And I believe that you're there for that purpose. And so we're going to focus our attention on those three topics. And we're going to rotate them at different times, but that will be Tuesday. On Thursday, I have a webinar that I'll be alternating times in conjunction with somebody else. I'm really excited about sharing with you what this is. I can't do it yet, but I'm really excited about sharing that with you. This is one of those awesome opportunities that I get, and so I'm looking forward to that. And then what Tom and I have planned on Saturday is a completely different arrangement, but we decided that what we need to do is we need to join forces. We do the coffee shop show as kind of a great little fun thing that we do, but we wanted to give some real high level real in-depth, high-level type of coaching that's done in a mastermind format on a whiteboard on a Saturday. And so we'll be focusing some attention there. I will skip a week or two. I have a grandson that's coming to visit, so I have to get available for that. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. We have, like I said, this is a new week. It's a new theme. As I start to talk about these things that we're going to roll out, I think it's important to do that. Make sure that you click on the link above and that you go in, just drop your email in there, and then we'll let you get notified whenever those webinars happen, and we'll put you in the rotation for that. And so that's the first thing. Second thing is that just wanted to remind you, don't let things hang you up. I drove in the driveway this morning. It's pouring down rain. It's raining so hard you can't see. And I've got to take my trash out and I get drowned in the rain. And I looked over to where I normally stand and do my live feeds. And I looked at that and I thought, that's the most redneck studio I've ever seen, and it's pouring down rain, and there's the gutter dumps out there, and there's water rushing through, and I thought, I got to share that with everybody. You use what you have to make things happen. And I had done 100 live feeds before I ever bought a tripod. had this funny little thing I'd stand my phone up on, do my live feeds from there. Make things work for you, okay? Don't let things get in the way. Don't create obstacles for yourself. Don't chase after everything. I see people with these elaborate studios. Mine, it rains in, and it's 3 bricks on the ground, and I use my pickup truck to reflect the light back in my face so I don't have shadows. It was kind of fun to kind of create a way to make that happen. So thank you so much. I'm just rambling now. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. I love you. I always appreciate my audience. You're good folks. You do good things. And I just want to help encourage you and support you along your way. Have a great day. I love you.